All right, we are live, and I want to make sure that we're on the right stream because that it's going to YouTube. Because
oh yes,
yeah, because I've made that mistake before.
Oh, how many mistakes can we make during one streaming? Even after months of doing this, we'll
I
always
know.
make mistakes.
All right, this is what I'm
Nobody's
gonna do.
perfect.
I'm going to lower down my audio because now that I'm hearing it on the YouTube stream, I do sound louder.
You can hear yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you can because I can't hear anything.
Yeah, because I have it pulled up on YouTube as well, and I can hear myself, and it's like,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear myself kind of pretty loud there. Edit my settings, and then for me,
Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to another Crafty Mess stream. It was a nice break last week for a little bit, but we are back, and we're going to be consistent, and I'm going to play the intro, and we'll be back.
I live in dead, I'll die indebted to your hold. Born again, I swear I wouldn't breathe a word. If you could find me, take me back and make me whole. We're a circus, ruin my body with your corpse.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Crafty Mess live stream. I said that already. Mel, what are you working on?
I'm still working on my top.
She's like, I'm still
working on it.
Well, the fact that like there's like so many ruffles.
Yeah. Well, also between our streaming and everything, for some reason I just haven't really. Maybe I'm like hitting a wall or something, but like I just haven't like had a desire to go to crochet it. So I really haven't touched it since our last streaming.
Yeah, but that's the point of the stream is for us to like work on our crafts and stuff, you know? And it's like dedicated for us to we're doing something and then we're also making something. So it doesn't feel like we're just talking trash about other people.
And like you're making a cute little setup there.
Yeah, so I'm making Grudy her veterinary kennel because she likes to play vet a lot, and I thought it would be cute to have a cute little faux kennel for her. I already had some of the supplies and stuff, so I figured I might as well just use it up. But yeah, I just gotta glue some trims on it and then just paint it, and I think it'll be done. Okay, so I have another idea. I was gonna make like a play X-ray thing for her, so like she could pull it off of the wall and it looks like an X-ray panel, and then like print out like little X-ray skeletons so she could put it on. Yeah, because we went to the children's museum and there was like a little vet clinic thing, and then there was like a little X-ray setup too, and she really liked that, and I figured, I can totally make this, but I just gotta I don't want to like go over budget, you know, so but yeah, that's the next thing I might be working on.
This girl has the best mom ever.
Yeah, I also have like no friends, so
whatever.
That's what I was telling them. I have no friends.
You got friends.
And that's why. But you know, I was thinking like, if we do this for a year, I'm gonna run out of stuff to make. Right. And then I was thinking like, and not even that, but like not run out of stuff to make, but like not having a reason to make stuff, if that makes sense.
No. Come holidays is when I'll start to make more like DIY stuff, because I do starting last year is when I started making my own ornaments and giving them out as gifts. Yeah. So I wanted to do that as like a tradition to continue to make ornaments. So every year I definitely have ideas. So I feel like holidays coming up, we'll have ideas.
Okay. Yeah, I think I sometimes when I make stuff, I have to justify the reason to make it because I don't want to just be like making it for the fact of just making it for like content. Does that make sense? You know?
No, I
but
understand.
So I found this place. They do. It's like I'm not sure if they work for Habitat for Humanity, but it's very similar to that. Where you know how like some places would build their homes and stuff, but then like it's empty in the inside.
Yeah.
So like if you make art or crafts or whatever, you can donate it to them so they can like fill the house up with like artwork and stuff. Yeah, because it's like
that's amazing.
Yeah, so I was like, if I keep streaming and I see something that I like and I want to make it just for the sake of making it, and then at least I can give it to a place where someone else can enjoy it in their own home.
Totally.
So yeah, so it's just like, okay, well that's a better excuse to to go to the craft store more often.
Yeah, no, totally. That's great.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, like if you make stuff and you don't actually use it, you're still being wasteful,
Yeah, no, totally. Once after, I don't even know when I'm gonna finish this top, but once I'm finished this top, I definitely have to think of other things to do.
Yeah, but I mean that thing is, if you sell it, like you get your money's worth.
No,
it took me forever.
No, I don't think anyone. It's my first top, so I don't think anyone's gonna want this. Only because it's not perfect. There's I had to make adjustments to it, so I wouldn't want to sell it to anyone.
What do you mean it's not perfect? Like it doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Well, or I guess whatever perfect.
What
means.
I'm saying is. And plus, like, it was adjusted to me. And also, like, one thing is just, like, the top, like, the shoulder part of it, I don't think it's great. Like, I really think this was, like, I don't know what happened, but maybe there were too many stitches that I put in. But it's not according to, like, the video. So, yeah. So, no, I wouldn't sell it. But, I mean, maybe, like, other simple tops. But, like, it's usually really hard, though, because these things aren't. It's not like you could. It's not like there's like a zipper or anything like that to adjust. You know what I mean? Like it's crocheted to your size, so that'll be hard to sell. It's not one size fits all. Yes, but only to a certain degree. Like it's still not one size fits all.
Yeah, but I mean that's what most clothes are, right? Like there's a reason for sizing. Right.
Yeah. But no, it takes too long to be selling.
To justify the amount. I think like on TikTok there's like a hashtags like this is how much it costs to make.
Yes, I saw that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is. It took me so many hours. I was like, it's true. Like
I know so many effing hours.
Yeah,
that's why you pay for the time. Exposure doesn't pay for the bills.
yeah, exactly. Which is crazy to me because it's like the same group of people who are like raise the minimum wage, but they're like, but I'm not going to pay you for your craft. I'm like,
yeah, right.
You're gonna be the same. Like, come on, come on. It's yeah. Okay, that's off topic here. Today we are going to be talking about Free Britney. Disclaimers. These are our opinions. We're just sharing our opinions through different sources that we've heard the stories from and how we feel about the whole situation. And then Mel's disclaimer.
And like we don't condone any type of harassment. So please, if you have anything to say, just put your questions down below, and then we'll answer them the best we could. But again, like this is conversation, discussion between all of us here, and not in any way to hurt anybody. It's just more about sharing our thoughts on the matter.
Yep. So where do we start with Free Britney? I guess her court.
My
hearing?
Gosh. Yes. I
guess you could start, Mel.
Like we said this several streams ago, how Britney was going to have her day in court. She for so many years never attended one because apparently she was told, either she wasn't told, that she could make her case. So she did have her day in court, and she had a lengthy testimonial, which I saw it on TikTok and I sent it to KL. I'm sure KL saw her versions of it, but oh my God, like I mean, we knew to some extent, but not to like everything. This woman has been controlled and watched over, and like for every little thing, like even privacy in the bathroom or the changing area was not even like not even given to her. And then did you see the latest result?
No, actually.
She was denied that request.
Well,
yeah, blood boiling.
Okay, so the denial of the request, if we look at it like diplomatically or like legally, I can understand why she was denied the request, because so what she said was, I want to have the conservatorship removed without having to go through another like assessment, right? A psychiatric assessment, which I think there's a middle ground. I think she can have the conservatorship removed, and she can have an independent person to come in and assess her so that she can have the conservatorship removed. Because there's this slippery slope where I think if anyone who is in the conservatorship go, well, I want it to be removed and I don't want to be assessed by a psychiatrist. And it's just like, well, what proof do we have to know that you're in a well state of mind for us to remove the conservatorship? So I can understand why that got denied, but I also want to think that maybe that could be appealed, where she can always come back and be like, hey, okay, fine, let's have the conservatorship removed and we can do the assessment, but the person who's going to do the assessment has to be not related to
someone
me who put or related to my father, right? I mean, I think like hearing that, like emotionally, like my initial reaction is just like, this girl's not going to get a break, like come on. But I think if we tone it down and we see why that judgment was made, it makes sense, because it is to protect future people who are in conservatorship, where they can't just be like, I want it to be removed for the sake of it being removed, because there are some people who do need it, right? However, Britney's case is very extreme.
She's not that person that needs it. And a lot of times from what I heard, like conservatorship, once placed, is like very, very difficult to remove, which I find that redonkulous. And then I also found out recently from another like TikTok video that her lawyer, I don't even know who, like it was, if her lawyer was court appointed or whatever, but her lawyer either like gets 15 or 20,000, I forget how much it was per week since the conservatorship. And then if that thing ends, he doesn't get that money.
Yep.
So that's already a conflict of interest.
Well, he was already, that's weird to me, because, so he was already paid for by Britney's money, but picked by the conservators. So technically her lawyer is their lawyer, right?
See? Yeah, that's not fair or just.
Yeah, that's not fair or just. And then the second thing is, the therapist that she has assessing her, or like her, because she has to go to therapy like 3 times a week or something. That therapist is also picked by her conservators, which is like, I don't know, it's a bit much. Like, I can understand why there is conservatorship. I get it. But Britney is going through the conservatorship of her estate and like the conservatorship of her body, right? Or of the person. Yep. So remove the conservatorship of the person, because she should be allowed to like go to restaurants, vacations, get her nails done or whatever. The estate, I understand. Yeah, if you need someone to like make sure you manage your money correctly, because even like people who are millionaires now, they have accountants and stuff who like helps them manage their money, and they like a trust or whatever that's like, you can have that much, like, and they're not in conservatorship. So I get it, right? They don't want you to like throw your money around. However, I don't know what her, like, I hate speculating on mental illness, because there has been some whisperings that she is bipolar. And
people
and
people who are bipolar can still function in society.
yes and no, depending on how severe it is, right? And I think the thing is we don't know how severe it is with Britney. And don't get me wrong, like I am totally on Britney's side. Like there's a lot of this that's not okay.
Yeah.
I think like her dad should not be the conservator. Like her dad needs to just
uses her.
Yeah, he needs to just be not a part of this whatsoever. Like he is not unbiased. He has his own like motivation. He definitely has a dog in the race. I also think that there's a lot more people who are benefiting from this as well, and that's why she's stuck. And you know, she even made a statement about like how she doesn't trust people, which again, I mean, makes sense because you know how like sometimes people misuse the word gaslighting. Britney Spears, I really do think it's being gaslit. Like everyone around, have to be careful about that too. Everyone around her is making her feel like maybe she does have some kind of mental illness, but they might be over exaggerating how severe it is to her to keep her in this. But it's also like a crazy making loop, right? Where they would say, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do this. Then she'll get angry and make a burst. And then they're like, look how crazy she is. And then she like gets sucked back in. And it's like, it's a vicious cycle. And
but don't you think that she would eventually turn to something like that only because all her life has been controlled, and that can take a toll on someone's mental health, you know, like everything that you've been doing and everything is monitored. And like how would that make you grow as a person if you have no autonomy?
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely contributes to all of it. Like she's 100% a victim. But I mean, well, you know, the audio of her is leaked. It wasn't even supposed to be out into the public. So,
I mean, what else is new? This audio, you know, it's never gonna stay. Someone will be bound to like get hands on it.
Yeah. But I think it's just interesting to see that it got leaked because before that, there was only a few other documents of hers that were leaked. And I think that's how it really got made. Because before, when did this whole Free Britney thing started? Like maybe 2 years ago.
Ago. No, even before that. Do you remember that one guy on YouTube? Like, remember he was crying and everything and kept saying like, Free Britney. That was
Chris
years ago.
Yeah, no, that's when YouTube started. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when did it really take relevancy? Like, maybe 2 years ago. Because even for us, like 10 years ago, we were like, okay, Free Britney, we don't really get it. But it wasn't until like maybe 2 or 3 years ago when everyone really like got on the story, right? Yeah. So, and I think it was because like the New York Post had got a hand of some of the documents during one of her not her trials, but I think it was an appeal or something. I might be wrong, and I think that kind of got the wheels turning there. But you know, all of this with Britney is so hush hush. Like it has always been so hush hush from the get go, you know. And I think this is like one of the more one of those times where we finally get to hear not from her but from other people, from lawyers and like opinions of other pop cultures and stuff, you know, because before I don't think I've heard that many things about like this whole thing of her being in a conservatorship is like I didn't hear about it until like 3 years ago when I was like I was going through YouTube and I saw someone go Britney Spears in a conservatorship. I was like, okay, yeah, scroll past, you know, like it wasn't on my mind. And then, so yeah, it's just interesting to see how it has really, it finally is making it into the public. And I think for me, I'm a little bit, what's the word? Conflicted about how much publicity it is getting, because I do think that that's good to bring awareness. But at the same time, like she hates the paparazzi in journalism so much that even if this is us trying to defend her, I don't know if she can trust us defending her, because she's been so beaten down by journalism, you know, that she feels already she doesn't have anyone to trust.
I think that she, like, I honestly think she loves her fans. So if anything, I would say that she would believe that her fans are there for her best interest. You know what I mean? Like, everyone else is taking advantage of her, but what would her fans, you know, like, what would we do to take advantage of her, right? Like, it's like all we can do is support, like buy her album, buy her music, or whatever. But honestly, that money also goes back to the conservatorship. So if anything, we're also supporting all of that. But I don't know. It's really a very, very messy situation.
Well, she did post on Instagram a couple. So after the first Free Britney documentary went out, I think another one came out. And she was just like, funny how people are now using my defense as another way to make money off of me, you know? And it was just like, even in her defense, like the documentary was trying to talk about like more of Britney and like her conservatorship and stuff. And even like for her, it was just like, I think she's just in a place where she's just like, I really want to be left alone. Like,
yeah, but are you sure that that was her posting it? Because they control every aspect, even social media.
It was her voice. It was a video.
Oh, her video.
Yeah, it was a video. Yeah. So, but I think going back to the bipolar thing though, because there's bipolar 2 and 1. And a couple of years ago, my psychiatrist was just like, have you considered taking a bipolar assessment? Which like scared the crap out of me, because I've met people with bipolar, you know, and those with bipolar 1, they get very intense mania and very intense depression. So in particular, I knew someone who was not treated, who went through bipolar with really bad mania. And he, like, when he was manic, he felt like they were like a superhero, and he would drive down the street like 150 miles per hour and try to drive it into a tree and think that he was like invincible. Like, it was,
oh my gosh,
you know, so that's why like bipolar is on the spectrum. And the thing with being treated for bipolar is that when you treat the manic part, what happens is that the depression part gets more elevated. So then you're super depressed. But if you treat the depression part, then the manic part gets way more elevated. So then you're really manic. So you have to find that weird balance. And I think it's harder for a lot of those who are on bipolar medication to be okay with it, because it makes them feel like a zombie. Because it makes them feel like, wait, the manic part makes you feel really good and like, oh, I'm high on life. But then like when you're on medication, it makes you feel kind of like dull. And they're just like, well, I don't like that. Let me get off this medication, you know? So
what's you were saying bipolar 1 and 2, like, what's the difference?
So bipolar 1, it's like more extreme. I'm not like too familiar. Bipolar 2 is lesser extreme than bipolar 1. So like some people would have bipolar 2 where like they can go 2 or 3 months like feeling pretty good and, you know, willing to go shopping and traveling or whatever, and then all of a sudden they'll just hit like a couple months of like hard depression, and then they'll go back up and down like that. And so the reason why my psychiatrist thought that maybe I might be a little bit bipolar because of how my moods fluctuated, but it wasn't bipolar as much as it was just like ADHD. Anyways, and that's how I learned so much about bipolar and like meet all these people about it. But I'm just saying that like it makes bipolar so hard to treat, you know, because it is a lifelong thing, and it's hard for people to stick to it because they don't like how they feel on the medication. If it is true that Britney is bipolar 1 or 2. I mean, if she's bipolar 2, like this conservatorship is like too much. Like it's way too much. I know lawyers and doctors and stuff who are like bipolar and they are fine, you know. But if she's bipolar 1, then I can understand the conservatorship, because when you're bipolar 1 as a regular person, like it's not as scary. But when you're bipolar 1 with a lot of money, a lot of access to transportation, it does feel scary, right? So that is just, but I'm not saying that she's either or. And I just don't know, you know. However, whatever it is,
So
it's
in
still,
that case, then I would say that she would need to be reevaluated, and see
Mhm.
if you know, like, first of all, which bipolar she is.
Yes.
If she's a
Mhm.
functional one, then that conservatorship needs to go away,
Mhm.
or at least needs to be adjusted, because it's just crazy. Like, nobody in their right mind wants to be controlled like that in every aspect. So, but yeah, if she's bipolar 1, and I mean, that's a little bit different. But honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yes, we don't know her because we're not there constantly to see like how she is on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
But there's got to be something.
Yeah. Let's see. Hello Sparkle says, good morning, guys. Cherry Tiffany
Morning.
says hello.
Hi, guys.
And then she said, Jamil talks about the cycle the media uses to destroy the woman. Yep, to destroy women. Oh, so true.
Yep.
Oh, so true. I was listening to. Do you remember the Amanda Knox case? Amanda Knox, the one who
No.
went to Italy, and like her roommate got murdered, and like the media over there just like spun it around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, sort of. Yes, I think I've heard
Yeah.
something about that.
Yeah, and they kind of like made it out her to be like some sex crazed orgy woman killer kind of.
Right.
Yeah, but like turns out she was just like some regular college girl just trying to like go to Italy and learn Italian. Like it, like the media destroyed her.
Yeah. It's
You know?
evil. Media is very evil. Like, they can paint a whole different picture because, and it's because they have the audience to twist the story around, and I don't think that that's right, because being a journalist or whatnot, you really need to to report the news as is, not twisted to fit your own storyline, just to sell stories. That's probably what it is.
Yep, that's all it is. I mean, Morgan Pearson did the same thing with Meghan Markle, like it's just, you see, apparently I think Amanda Bynes, like her parents were trying to put her in a conservatorship. Lindsay Lohan, her parents were trying to put her in a conservatorship. Like and you know what here's the thing. I don't hear much about male celebrities being put into conservatorships.
Yeah, why is it women that needs to do this?
And the unfortunate thing is that you hear about male rock star bands like bashing up hotel rooms and just throwing things off hotel balconies and stuff like that.
So
is like,
where is their conservatorship?
I mean, like, if you had to describe a manic episode, like that would be considered in the realm of mania. So like, I don't, yeah. So like, I'm like, why, like, because it's just like a dude, like sex, drugs, and rock, like that. Why is that okay? But I bet you if a woman did that, destroy a whole hotel, you will not hear the end of it. You'll not hear, you'll probably hear press going like, she's having a bad day, she's like off her meds, she might be pregnant, oh, someone cheated on her, like things like that. And it's like ridiculous, So I think if we are going to call out any female celebrities, we need to call out male celebrities equally, or just don't do that either.
Yeah.
Or either.
No, I totally agree.
Unfortunately, but
everyone needs to be taking accountability for their actions.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be one-sided?
Katrina.
Hi,
because
Katrina.
we still live in a patriarchal, misogynistic world sometimes.
Yep. Oh,
unfortunately.
But, like I was just thinking of that, but then I was thinking, I don't know how it just led me to like Asians, but like Simu Liu, the new Marvel guy, man, I want to see that movie so bad.
Wait, who's Simu?
I think that's a movie. Simu Liu is the main character of he's the movie. He's part of the new Marvel movie that's called Shang-Chi. The something about 10 rings. Did you not see the? Did you?
Yeah. With Doctor Strange, right?
Yes. So
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
actually I looked at that. I looked at him. And I was like, he looks very familiar. And they kept saying he's from Kim's Convenience, which I don't really. I only watched one or two of the episodes, but I never got into it. But he actually, it was from Wong Fu's production video of how to be an Instagram boyfriend. Do you see that video?
Let me see. How to be an
He
Instagram.
was the main person. I thought he was so funny. And yes, that's him.
Let's see. Simulio.
How to be an
Oh, it is
Instagram boyfriend. If you guys
him.
did not watch that one, it is hilarious. I love that video so much. He did such a great
Oh
job.
my gosh.
Yeah.
What
So
a
yeah,
weird cross. Oh, I mean, not weird, but like a good
isn't it
cross because you're
crazy?
from, yeah.
Yeah. And also, can we say like how ripped he is? My God.
He's a good looking guy.
You were talking
Yeah.
about your guy. And I was like, what about this guy?
Okay. Can we also talk about how like it's nice to see more Asians in the media?
Well, so this
as
is the first time that Marvel introduced an Asian character. So I really hope after this movie comes out that, I don't know, hopefully there's like a positive, spin on just Asians in general. You know what I mean? Like I really, really hope. So we'll see.
yeah.
Anywho, that was like a sidetrack.
That's crazy. That's a interesting
Isn't it
little
funny?
cross there. Yeah, that is an interesting cross. Well, now I'm gonna put that on my movie list.
Oh no, I am totally gonna watch it when it comes out. I don't remember when, what the date was released for this. I believe it's like a summer thing, but oh my God, I'm so excited for it. It will probably be my first movie in the theater. I haven't watched anything yet. Tony has gone with the kids twice now, to go to watch it in theaters, but this is gonna be the one.
Oh my goodness. That's so good. Like I'm so happy there's more Asian American characters, even though we've always been there.
Yes. But it's a very good story too. Like I'm super excited for it.
Yeah.
He is hilarious. I like his TikTok videos popped up on my For You page several times now. Oh my God, he's so funny.
I need to be better with TikTok. I don't get on it as much. Yeah.
I know. I sent you so many of it.
Oh, you do?
I've been
you sent me on text.
I've been like posting so many videos on there.
Oh, yeah. I need to be better about being on TikTok. I know you text me the TikToks and stuff, but I need to be better about like going on TikTok. You know why I don't?
Oh yeah.
You know what I don't? Here's the thing is, I know that the minute I get on TikTok and I tell myself, it's only going to be 5 minutes, it ends up
they suck. Time suck.
Yeah, it's a time succubus. Yeah.
No, it's really so true. I literally will be on for hours, but honestly, some of the best ideas that I got is from TikTok. So I really can't I can't really say anything bad about it.
No, it's definitely not bad. I mean, there's a reason why it is a time succubus. It's because it's so interesting. There's actually like good, political stuff. There's good financial advice. There's good craft stuff, mom stuff, LGBTQA+ stuff. Like I learned so much from TikTok, and it's fast. Like,
and like I love to watch several different topics on there, and obviously one of them is like to take up old furniture and turn it into something new, which I would love to actually put my hands on something like that, because I mean, I'm just not as crafty as you, but I could totally see you turn like something you get from a thrift store into something beautiful and just like make it as part of your home. That's something that I would love to do, but so far I've only gotten recipes from it, or like other DIY stuff, as things that I could just not have to whip out a saw for.
Yeah.
Right, Cherry? It's so,
yeah
it's so addicting. TikTok is.
It is. And like, Yeah, I caught myself a couple of times like being stuck in. You know what? I ended up on like. Okay. We're totally going off topic with the Free Britney
Yeah,
thing
I
here. It's just gonna be Free
know.
Britney and TikTok. Like we always have an idea about what we're going to talk about, and we're just off railing here. So I fell into this weird world of TikTok. It's called corn TikToks, but it's
Why?
actually porn. It's porn TikTok,
Oh,
but they spell it corn.
you went on
Yeah.
You went on
No.
TikTok?
Hey, hold on. There's a huge explanation here. Okay, I was looking at.
Sure, there is.
There's a huge explanation.
Yeah, whatever. Not gonna
Well,
bust on you, okay?
You know
Yeah,
what?
no,
Let's just
Kay should totally do some flips and sell it.
Okay. First of all, there is sexuality is okay. We all have sex. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, we're adults here. I was looking legitimately for the corn. Okay, did you see the one where it's like they take corn, they kind of like strip it to turn into like bacon? So, like it's like vegan bacon or whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
so then
honestly,
the girl.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's too much work. But then the girl hashtag it as like corn tips, CORNTIPS, corn tips. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see if there's any other corn recipes. So my dumbass clicked on it, and it's actually supposed to be like, you know, like a slang for porn tips on TikTok because they don't want to get flagged. So I go on there and then I run into this girl who is a porn star, but there's no like porn videos there, but she like talks about all of like the porn secrets industries, and it like it blew my mind. I'm just like, and the girl though, she was very well spoken. She's just like, look, I'm not doing this to shock people or whatever. I'm doing this so that people know how much prep goes into the porn industry, so that boys and girls don't feel like that's what totally look like.
Yeah. No, I totally believe that. And honestly, like now that you're saying it, I'm very interested. I will probably go on there to like take a look up. It kind of piqued my curiosity. But like honestly, you know, they don't get a lot of the credit they deserve. Even like I every so often I would bump into like TikTok videos on strippers and how much money they make in one day, and I was just like, I'm in the wrong business. You know what I mean? It's like, just like wallowing in all this cash, and I'm just like working my ass off for 8 hours a day and not getting that much cash. And I was just like, dude.
Well, this guy.
If I was 20 years younger, I would probably different career.
You don't have to be younger. You can do it
if I saw this TikTok. No,
you don't have to be younger. No. Come on. There's no ageism in sexuality.
Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see this on stage. But yeah,
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think like for the people who are out there, like, you know, if they want to educate people, there are definitely people who would want and maybe benefit in those type of like that. But yeah, I mean, more power to them. It's all it is whatever they want to do to make a living. You know, as long as they don't hurt another person, then I'm all for it.
And as long as they're not hurting themselves, like they're not doing it because there's like a pimp or whatever, right?
Yeah, and there are some people who actually truly enjoy, you know, that lifestyle. So hey, you know, more power to them. I'm not gonna like judge them for that. In fact, it's so funny. Yeah, this is way off topic, but
I know.
Occasionally I would go, I think it's fun to go to strip joints. And it was funny because I took my ex to go to one and with a girlfriend and her boyfriend at the time. And honestly, the strippers there, they were so pretty. And even at one point when they were like doing their thing, and I would actually ask them like, how the hell did you do that? She literally would sit or just show me how she did that. I was like, you're amazing. You know, it's like, you know, we gotta empower women too. I mean, like, it's not about like looking down upon them, you know? It's like, so I don't know.
Well, it's like kink, what was it? Through book talk, I somehow got into kink talk. I'm telling you, see the fact that I went from corn to
50 Shades of Kink Talk.
It happens, okay?
Funny. It does happen somehow. somehow it does happen. Oh no, my watch.
Yeah, the fact that I ended up in corn tips is makes more sense than how you ended up on TikTok. Let me tell you, at least I have it makes more sense.
I have no idea how I get on there because it's not like I like too many.
You search for it,
stuff. Yeah. No, I didn't search for it. It just pops up on the For You page, and I was like, is this a sign?
I gotta say, I follow this male stripper on TikTok, and he looks exactly like he looks exactly like Channing Tatum.
That's why.
Okay, I followed him on. It was on accident, by the way, because he did this really cool transitional one where like he stepped on his boot and then like his clothes changed, and it looked like he was a So, and the way he edited it looked really cool, and I thought he was like a firefighter, a policeman, like an ex-Navy SEAL or whatever. I was like, oh man, this guy's wholesome. And then I clicked, and then I followed him, and then I kept seeing more videos of him, and I was just like, wait a minute, why are you? Wait a minute. It was like. And then it clicked because on the hash it was just like male strippers was like one of the hashtags, and I was just like, oh my god, that's why you have all those professions.
Actually, I do. I think I have an idea of how I got on it because I like to watch pole dancers, and I think pole dancing. I think it's very graceful. I don't care what people say, but oh my god, you need a tremendous amount of upper body strength to like do that and do it gracefully. Like I've seen, I honestly, it takes me. I'm still like very, very beginner stage, but it still doesn't take me. Like I can't lift my whole body up on that pole. But I've seen like women 3 times as big as me lift themselves up so gracefully, and I'm just like, what the hell, So whenever I do see pole dancers on there, I would like their content because I want to see more of that. And it's like amazing. It's just so beautiful sometimes.
But the thing is, like, I think it's getting more mainstream because there's a lot of like pole dancing, like exercise classes now.
Totally.
So it's getting a little bit more mainstream. It's getting less destigmatized, which is really great. But I mean, unfortunately, people still stigmatize those who choose to do it for money, which I don't understand how that's any different than like, I don't know, trying on your bikinis or lingerie on YouTube,
Oh yeah. So
there's
like definitely others.
So I don't understand why. I mean, it's literally the same thing.
Showing tremendous amount of cleavage just to get some views.
So I don't understand, but again, you do you, whatever. We're not going to judge, but I think I will judge you if you judge someone else for something,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Not going to lie, but yeah, when they slide down their thighs, it seriously burns. No. And I asked one of my classes, I remember asking, like, how the hell do you do that and not hurt yourself? And they're like, they have to desensitize their thighs. So what they do is they would slap their inner thighs. Like my inner thighs are so sensitive, but they would slap it just to make it like desensitized and then be able to like get on that pole. But girl, it is not easy to be a pole dancer. You will get all types of bruises. Like I'm sure people, I do it more often, and I bruise easily. I'm sure people would think that I'm in an abusive relationship. Yeah, with the pole.
Oh my goodness! No, I didn't even think about that. Actually, you know what? So like when this is like a complete like off rails here. When I take Rudy to like the playground, they have that little pole, kind of like a firefighter thing, and like she'll go down, and she's like, "No, mommy, I'm not wearing pants," so she doesn't want to do it, and I'm like, I don't understand why not. It's because she's wearing shorts, and when you go down that pole, like it hurts, right? So now, now I'm thinking like if a sex worker is doing that and like nothing, Oh yeah.
No, it's skills. It is definitely skills, and I'm just stunned. Then there are guys who can do it just as well, and I'm like, what the hell, man? But also, I believe it only because they do have pretty good upper body strength.
Tiffany is like, it does burn, but you get used to it. Plus, it always sounds worse than it does. And I've lost skin to the pole before. Oh my gosh.
Ow, girl. Oh, you are so good. Like, I can't. I just cry.
That sounds worse than like a rug burn.
No, it's really bad.
Oh no, I've never tried pole dancing. Like I look at it and I'm like, no, I don't have the upper body strength for that, which is weird.
Well, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of me joining. At one point was to first, just learning that, but to gain upper body strength.
Yeah,
that's really why I joined.
Yeah, I don't have the upper body, even though like I can carry lumber to and from anywhere, but like to pull myself up.
Yeah, I mean, it takes practice, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Okay, oh my, I can't lift my own weight, so now I'll just watch and all. Yeah, seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
it is still my goal. It is still my goal to be, proficient in it, but we'll see. I mean, I have one in my bedroom. I just haven't. I honestly didn't really practice.
Oh yeah, I do remember you having it in your bedroom. I remember walking in and I was like, that's interesting.
What is it?
Yeah.
I was like, it's a pole.
I was like, interesting. Okay. I'm going to bed now. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I am like, I don't know. I have always like wanted to take up like aerial yoga or something, but I know I'm not a graceful person. Yeah, I know I'm not a graceful person.
You should try it. So. I mean, I think it's more about practice, because the more you do it, the more you're gonna learn to be graceful. But yeah, no, I tried one time. I did that trapeze. It was like a deal or whatever, and I tried it each one time, and it was fun.
Oh yeah,
you would enjoy it. You would enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the trapeze thing would be fun, but like aerial, like the one with the with the ribbon and the satin.
Yeah,
is that aerial yoga, or is it part of the trapeze stuff?
No, that's it. No, that's aerial yoga. And the trapeze is just with the swings.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yes, okay. So Britney.
Oh yeah,
you totally like derail the conversation.
The IUD thing.
I don't know.
That's the IUD thing.
The what? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, the IUD thing like that. That blew my mind.
A bungee exercise? No, but let's talk. No, yeah, to not be. I mean, it's already one thing to freaking like, to freaking stop women from like abortion, like abortion. Yeah, I mean, like the whole abortion rights and things like that. And then another thing to like prevent someone from not removing or just doing something with their own body. I just can't agree with that. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, I when I heard that, I was just like, are you? I don't know. That really upset me, because the whole and this is happening in California, right? Like because California is a pro-choice state, so you would think that the judge who heard this would have been like flabbergasted, like, what is the deal here, and it's sad that like she wants more children, she wants to get married, and she can't have more children. And it's like, okay, here's the thing. Let's say she does have a very severe mental illness, then the question of her having children should be like, in the talks. But at the same time, to have someone do a procedure that they're not comfortable with, like, because an IUD is still like, you still have to lay down, then they have to like stick the thing, whether it's a copper or like the arm one, they still have to like, it's still a thing, a whole procedure. So I just I don't know, that really like really grind to my gears there. Again, I mean, she even said so. She said she's fine with the conservatorship. She just doesn't want her dad. And that says all it needs to say, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, unless, you know, we know more, I don't know. I just think that whole thing needs to be more flexible on Britney. The fact that she's working, able to dance, keep a schedule, and all of that, like.
I mean, she hasn't worked in so long, though. She refuses to. I feel like it's because she doesn't want to make any more money for them.
I think she just started not working like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Because before that, she was still doing Vegas shows.
Right, but she walked out of that one. But that's a long time to not be working. I mean, how much money how much further do you think the money will go?
Yeah.
Without her working.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? She was talking about how like her medication got switched up. I would, oh my gosh, like if someone messed with my medications, like I would riot. Like literally, okay, here's another thing though. She was talking about how like, you know, they switched up her medication to put her on lithium, which, you know, I guess the only people I've heard who were on lithium were no, I was wrong. But no, so they put her on lithium, and she said something about how like lithium can really mess up your brain or something, and that's why if you take it like longer than a week or something, it can really mess you up. Which I think that's not true. So I'm wondering if someone told her that. And that's what she's reiterating. So then it's also scary to think that she's also being fed information that is not true as well. You know? So there's like a couple of things that she would say that I'm like, wait, where are you getting your information from? As far as what's going on, you know, with your body, your life, your mental health. And it's like, it seems like people are not giving her the information that she really actually needs for her best interests, you know?
That's another thing of why she doesn't trust the people. She trusts the people that's around her. Yeah, she's not sure if that's even the right information. Yeah, I'm sure her like web browser and all search functions and whatnot are being monitored. Like everything is monitored.
Sure.
So it's almost like, what can she? Yeah, like who can she trust? You know, like I'm even surprised that she has a boyfriend that she can trust.
Well, I mean, he ended up being her appointed. I think he was appointed to be her conservator of the person.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there was a time where like her dad ended up hiring him to kind of like make sure that she takes her meds, she goes to all of her appointments. So he was just kind of like a glorified assistant.
Oh shoot! And then became her boyfriend later.
No, he was her boyfriend already, but he was someone that like yeah. But then like, you know, the dad was like, okay, well. So, okay, this is what I've heard. I don't know if it's true because the story has been getting like muddled up quite a lot, but like it was something where she started dating him and then she didn't want to take her meds or something. And then so her dad was like, well, I need someone that she can trust to watch over her. So he ended up hiring him and was just like, make sure she does all of these things. So he's also on the dad's payroll as well.
Wow.
You know, so,
see, and I'm not saying
that. Yeah. So, and then I think like the boyfriend one time said that like it made it really difficult for the relationship because he was like the assistant and also the boyfriend, and it was kind of like confusing. Yeah. You know, I mean, like, of course it's going to be confusing. You're asked to do things to your girlfriend that is probably not in her best interest, but you're still doing it because you want the paycheck. Like, of course it's difficult. I mean, like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, even a weasel could figure that. I'm like, what? You idiot. They don't normally call people dumb that, you know?
I have no problem calling someone dumb.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, so that's that. So there's that too. That's only the reason why he was even be able to stay in her life, because there was a time where, you know, Jamie didn't want her to date him at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
well, I know, like she wants to take the IUD out to have kids with him, you know, like but that would just make it. I would think that would just make it so much more messier.
Yeah.
When you have kids involved, it just makes things everything so much messier.
Yeah. I mean, she said that she like the reason why she agreed to the first conservatorship is so that like she can see her kids.
Right.
And then she ended up getting stuck. You know,
that's how she got into it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah. So if you look at all the women who okay, so like you can look at different celebrities and then you can see how some of them are doing better than others. And it goes to show that like they have a better support system or not, right? Like, for example, Jennifer Aniston. You don't see her in a lot of like crazy scandals or whatever, you know? I mean, that Brad Pitt thing, that's not really a scandal as much as like life, right? And then you see, and then, you know, again, with Ariana Grande, like, you know, you don't see her doing like wild stuff. Same with like Camila Cabello. So like it goes to show that like their support system or their parents or whatever are still very strong. And then you see people like Britney and Lindsay Lohan, and then you see their parents in the media. Like Lindsay Lohan's mom is like, you know, all over the place, like definitely not in her daughter's best interest. So, you know, you could definitely like point kind of like a finger to the parents a little bit. Like, look, you're kind of the problem here, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. My Grudy is like really into singing and stuff, and like she's gonna be going to like a magnet singing dance fine art school in the fall. Yeah.
Cute.
And like, you know, my parents are like, well, my mom is like, oh, she's gonna be a little celebrity one day. And I was thinking like in my head, I was like, yeah, that'd be so cute. Like one day she could be a little superstar. And then I really thought about it and I was like, no, you know, I honestly just want my kid to have like a normal life. Like, you know, if she is talented and wonderful and has like a good stability, great, whatever. But like, I just want her to have a normal life where she can like grow up, get married, have kids, a home, be satisfied with herself. And because the celebrity world is like really toxic. Not even celebrity world, the YouTube world is also toxic too, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know, like, I mean, this whole new Gabby Hanna thing is like, you know, really going, you know? So it's like, fame can't be that good, I don't think.
It's not that it's not good. It's gotta be to people who are grounded enough to know the difference between good and bad. You know what I mean? Like if they have a good upbringing, which I'm sure Grudy will, you know, like I think it's one of those where they have to know on their own that, you know, what's like, first of all, to empower them to say no when things aren't to their like what they want. And then second, to be able to, you know, just like bringing good influences in their life and like getting rid of toxic people. So I think it's all of that. And I think that parents do need to be involved in their lives when it comes to especially if they're going to do something like this, to be able to like guide them the right way, you know? And like,
well, I guess,
but
I mean, so, okay. I can understand why some things can happen because, okay, for example, like, let's say she was at a shoot or whatever, right? And I'm just like standing over there, kind of like hovering over her to make sure that she's dressed and she's okay. And like anyone who's putting their hands on her is like making sure she's dressed and okay and stuff. But like, you know, on set, like it can be very chaotic and stuff, and there's a lot of people, and sometimes they'll be like, hey, you need to step out for a little bit. It's like, do I as a mom go in and be like, no, I need to be right here with my daughter, which I know I will do that, but then you also end up with this problem of like your kids going, mom, you're ruining my career because you're hovering too much, you know?
Well, I mean, do you see that eventually parents do become agents, you know, for their kids? And if that's the case, then they have no right to really tell you, because you being their manager or their agent and whatnot, like you want to make sure that the product, quote unquote, the product is to your satisfactory, to your client satisfactory, right? But if anything, like you're there to also protect your kid's image.
Yeah, yeah. But then,
so no, I don't see it as being helicoptery.
Okay, but then she gets older in her teens or whatever, and like, you know, she's probably gonna go out on these like events or whatever, and she doesn't want me to be hovering around, which is fine. I will give her space and stuff. And then she gets in a situation where she feels like, okay, this is gonna be a choice between my career or this one moment that I'm not gonna like, you know? And that's where this whole Bill Cosby, Jeff Epstein thing happens, right? It's like, this is this one moment that I'm not going to like it, but it's going to change my life forever, right? And I think, and it's hard for, especially if you're really hungry for that thing that you want for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have to grow. They have to like have that knowledge within them, the power to say no. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all from being taught. You know, from the parents have to teach them that, right? Like, you know, it's like, hey, if you don't feel comfortable, you can leave. You know, you can leave a situation, and if something does happen, like, make sure you voice it as well, because you're not gonna get judged, right? Like, all of this has to have an environment for them to open up. They need a safe environment to be able to talk to you about anything. Hopefully they will never, you know, get into that type of situation. But that's one of those things that like, there are people out there. They have to know these things. You can't like, you know what I mean? Like, protect them in a bubble forever, right? Because they have to learn these situations.
But you know what, though? That's something that it's hard to teach, right? Because it's like you have to teach through like examples or imagery or whatever. But I think like one thing that you can really fine tune it down to is self-esteem. Like, so many people would do something bad for the thing that they want in the future, because that thing in the one that they want in the future will make them feel better about themselves. So if you give them good self-esteem so that they don't think that they need that other thing like celebrity, money, fame as badly, then they won't do the bad thing to get to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So like,
no, I totally agree.
So like, you know, if they're in a situation where it's just like, okay, well, there's this man, or if I do this thing for this man and I get millions of dollars in the future, or, you know, they could be so value their self-worth and be like, no, there's no millions of dollars or fame that I'm going to like do this thing for you, sir. Bye. You know, it's not even about teaching them to say no. It's about them knowing that I'm worth more than this bullshit right now.
No, totally. And like, I mean, even like circling back to that situation where you were feeling very sketchy, you know, with these like a couple of guys, right? You had the wherewithal to say, hey, you know, this is not good. Like, I just want to like leave. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely were able to control that situation to the best of your ability. And I think that's something that you would want to pass on to your child, you know, to let them know, like, hey, it's okay to say, you know, to like stand up and like leave if the situation doesn't make you feel safe.
Yeah, it's knowing your worth and knowing that like the choice that you make now is not gonna value up to what you think is gonna work, you know. And it's all about,
and people are allowed to make mistakes, right? People are allowed to make mistakes. If something happened, like say for example, they decided against their, you know, better judgment and they went ahead and did something, like, they're still not going to be punished for that. You know what I mean? Like, that was their decision to make. Yes, now we have to like, you know, figure out what to do from here on out, but like, they have to know that they shouldn't be shamed for something that they made a decision for. Like, it's, you know, it's really just to provide that safe environment for them to really, you know, like, be able to make mistakes and also like be able to have the right tools to help go through it, you know, like, and heal from it or whatever if they need to.
It's it's unfortunate that it's unfortunate, you know, but you know,
I'm sad. I'm really sad about Britney. Like, I really do want the best for her, and I hope that she will be able to get out of this conservatorship, or at least have a modified version of it, because it's just ridiculous to be controlled most of your like adult life.
You know what's also heartbreaking is when she said that it's no less than prostitution. She's working to give money to her father. Like it literally is. And then that is the fact that you can make that like parallels
analogy.
Is like, it's so heartbreaking because it really is like you're working for something or someone you don't want to work for, exploiting your physical mind. But because I can't imagine like dancing, singing on stage is an easy thing to do because you're rehearsing, you know, constantly.
And the fact that she went on stage with over 100-degree fever. I mean,
like,
dude, she is more than capable of like, you know, of performing and working. She's more than capable of that, which is why I don't know if she is totally bipolar, like in that sense, where she can't function as a human.
Oh no, you can function as a person. It's just that you have moments where it can be very dangerous. That's all. And actually, no, let's go back. There's this other person who made a statement that was I think is very fair, where some people who are bipolar, they are in conservatorships, but the conservatorships only kick in when they go through a manic phase. So yeah, so like they can live a normal life, and all of a sudden, if like they see that their banks is being wired to like, I don't know, buying a fourth Walmart for the month or whatever, then like the conservator could be like, hey, let's reevaluate what you're doing right now. Like, are you okay? Have you been taking your like that kind of stuff? So so there's a way to do something like that where like, okay, she's only in a conservatorship when her thing kicks in. The problem is, who's going to be the judgment of like, is she manic or not right now? Or, you know, because then if, you know, if they say, oh, well, she's manic all the time, then that'll be another issue that they can deal with. But I think that would be a better way to go for her because she clearly can work and stuff, you know?
Wouldn't her boyfriend be the one to like at least have a testimony of when she's manic or not? Because I would think that he's close enough to her to know that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to have like a psychiatrist or a therapist or whatever who you know, check up on her a couple of times, like once a week. And then because you can see a shift in people's moods when they go through these phases, depending on how well they mask it to their therapist and stuff. So, you know, like if, you know, a therapist is like, okay, she seems like she is not, you know, on her baseline, we might need to kind of come in and take a look at what's going on, you know? I mean, so that would be an option, right? But
I mean, I would say, but it has to be not appointed by the father.
Yeah, I mean, it's just bipolar. I think sometimes people misunderstand it and they think that it's very easy to manage. It's probably one of the most destructive. It's one of the harder mental illnesses because it's lifelong and it's hard to treat, and you don't know when the symptoms are going to be oncoming, and you don't know how bad it's going to be. And you know, it scares your family. You know, like I've seen like family members of those who have bipolar who would just be in tears because they're like, I just don't know what to do. Like at this point, like this person's gonna have to be homeless because I can't do it, you know? So, so I again, I don't know if she is or not. But if she is, then I think, you know, having a conservatorship kick in when she is going through a phase that they deem as dangerous would be interesting too.
Yeah.
Okay, so yep, that's that on Britney. Hopefully we know more soon. Hopefully she'll get some kind of justice, you know?
I hope so too. I really, really hope so. It's just really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I was gonna buy a free Britney shirt and I was like, no, this money's gonna go to Jamie Spears, so I decided not to.
That's what I'm saying. Like honestly, you don't want to support the conservatorship.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make one.
Good. Is it cricket or cricket?
Yeah, a cricket. Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah, I'll
do.
probably just make one off of that.
How do you
yeah.
like it?
I like it. I mean, it's smart. I mean, it does what it needs to do. I don't do anything intense with it. Yeah, I like it a lot. You know, it's probably one of the better like crafty things that I've invested in.
Nice.
You know, and I should have gotten it a long time ago, but I didn't.
Yeah. So was it like Ashley was like from you're talking about the bungee exercise? I bouncing around like actually that does make sense because from what I hear too, if you have a trampoline and you're jumping on that, that's supposed to help with like getting some kind of exercise. So I would definitely think that the bungee exercise that might be the same concept too.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that exercise though. Yeah, I never heard of that class, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean, more classes are opening up now that things are opening up. So
I know, but still, wear a mask when you can. Get vaccinated. All of that stuff. We are so close to being. Well, for us in Texas, we're so close to being. We're at like 50, almost close to 60. So 55% vaccinated. So if we hit 70, that's close to herd immunity. So let's get it going.
Yeah, and especially with the Delta variant coming and already here, it's even more imperative to get vaccinated because that's supposed, from what I heard, is that was like, I want to say 60-70% effective, I think, against the Delta variant, or maybe it could have been higher. So yes, so people who don't have the vaccine are in major hurt if they have it, because it's supposed to be even worse than the first strain.
I think some people can still catch it.
Yeah.
So just still social distance, wear a mask, vaccinate. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not gonna knock anyone who goes out and do things, because I go out and I do things and trying to like have a normal life now, but still social distance and stuff. So
like I had signed up for a hiking thing through meetup.com, and I was about to go, but then I was thinking like when I went back to look at it, there was like 40 people signed up for it, and then I was like, no, thank you. Oh
wow.
I'm like, I would rather hike with a small group of like 2 to 3, but not like 40 some people. That's gonna be like really difficult. So I decided against it. Yep. Well, this is fun. I hope you guys, go and have fun and be safe during this 4th of July weekend.
What else?
Oh, thank you, Lauren. I really hope to get this finished sometime soon.
I go for my second shot.
Yes, Katrina. Good job.
Yep. Okay. I don't have any major plans for the 4th. Maybe the beach or something if it's not too crowded. Me neither. Yeah.
You gonna go where?
To the beach, maybe. If it's not too crowded.
Yeah, do that. That would be fun.
Yeah. I do that. And I think that's it. I think I'm getting.
I like to do a beach and picnic.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get high from the paint, because I usually wear a mask and stuff, and then I completely forgot because we're like doing this. I should have cracked up a window, which I didn't either.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Stop this. Yeah, I'm gonna close this and go get some fresh air. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I completely forgot about it. Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. This was
all right, everybody. Enjoy. Have a good, happy 4th. Be safe. Be kind. Take care.
Be safe. Be kind.
We'll see you in the next live. Bye.